It's me, Get a Break. Hi. This is a highly unedited video that I just really wanted to do it because I love Dark Souls. I am, as the title suggests, a Dark Souls veteran. Like, look at all these hours. Like, this seems kind of small. Oh, okay, I see why. Yeah, screw Dark Souls Remastered, screw Call It the First Sin. Screw those. Anyhows, uh, I just wanted to do a all Dark Bosses tier list, or whatever you want to call it. All the bosses from Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3. I've never played Bloodborne. I've never played Demon Souls. I have Sekiro, but I'm waiting until I finish Elden Ring to play it because I recently got it this Christmas. So, and it's cool because I got to do this before Elden Ring comes out. So, these are the tiers that just come with the tier list. We're gonna change them up. Like, instead of being legendary, golden, I think, what the heck? Why is it doing that? Now who did this? Should be in Elden Ring. Why does it look so bad? Here, let's whatever. Should be in Elden Ring. Maybe put space here. Yeah, should be in Elden Ring. That's here. Amazing. Average. Forgettable. Useless. And just why. I think there'll be a good tier list. And skipped. I've beaten all the bosses multiple times, so I can just delete this. Alright, now we're ready to go. And this is not ordered in any ways, but I'm gonna start with Dark Souls 1, and Dark Souls 2, and Dark Souls 3. If you've never played Dark Souls, go play it. That's all I have to say. Go play Dark Souls. Go play every single one of them, but probably start with Dark Souls 1, because in that way you'll feel the experience way better. The progression. But if you just want to play one of them, play Dark Souls 3, because that's the one that feels the best. My personal favorite is Dark Souls 2. Contrary to popular belief, it is, in my opinion, the best one. So there's going to be some bias, probably. Maybe. We'll see. Anyhow, let's get started with Dark Souls 1. So, okay, I already found a Silent Demon. Okay, so a Silent Demon, I also want to talk about all the bosses. A Silent Demon is the first boss ever in every single Dark Souls, and it makes for a perfect tutorial boss. He's weak, he has slow attacks, he shows you that getting close to an enemy is better than staying away from him, getting up to his butt, and, really staying in his ass all the time. I feel like that helps you learn how to fight a boss in Dark Souls. Secondly, we start with, probably, if I can find him, Taurus Demon. He's very forgettable. He kind of does the same thing that a Silent Demon does, but worse. He has a plunging attack moment. He has, the slow attacks. You want to stay close to him, not in that mid-range. There is one thing that you can learn from his fight, is that behind where you go from the fog gate, there's two archers, and you usually want to kill them before you start tackling Taurus Demon. But after Taurus Demon, you get the Bell Gargoyles. One of the best boss fights in the game. It teaches you how to deal with multiple enemies at once. It teaches you how to fight against an enemy who's strongest at mid-range, and also enemies that usually have range attacks like the Fire Breath from the second Gargoyle. After you beat Bell Gargoyle, you have multiple choices, but the most canon way to do it would be Capra Demon. Fuck Capra Demon. This enemy sucks. He's very weak. He's not hard to beat in a vacuum. By himself, he's not hard. His arena is extremely tight, and the two dogs that spawn with him are just the worst. So I think this boss is just... Why? Why did he have to exist? If he was in a big arena, didn't have the dogs, and upped his health, made his attacks a little bit faster, he'd probably be like at the forgettable tier. But right now, why? What's the point? After Capra Demon, you're probably going to fight Gaby Dragon. He's average. There's nothing special about him. He has big hitboxes. You can cut his tail off and get the Dragon King Great Axe, I think. I believe that's the weapon. Another, Taurus Demon moment. You got to analyze the area before you fight him. Otherwise, there's a guy that will buff him up and make him hard to kill. After Gaping Dragon, you get to Chaos Witch Quelaag, which is a really good boss. It really teaches you how to control the area that you're in. Before the lava she spews out, you gotta really pay attention to it. After Chaos Witch Quelaag, you usually go back up to Firelink and all the way into Sense Fortress where you end up meeting the Iron Golem. He doesn't have much special about him. He could even be said he's forgettable. It's cool that, you know, he's also another one of the bosses where you gotta analyze the area. You can kill the giant that's throwing shit at you, so the boss is a lot easier. And I like that you don't actually have to deplete his health bar. You can just cut off his not cut off, but you hack away at his feet until he falls over and dies to gravity. And then where are they? This one, there you go. Orange Stain Smell. I think we all know this is by far the best fight in Dark Souls 1. Incredible boss fight all throughout. Simply, if you have never fought Orange Stain Smell, you should. If you've never seen how it works, you should. It is one of the greatest boss fights in gaming. They complement each other so well, and then when you kill one of them, the other one acquires the abilities of the other. And it's coupled with the amazing soundtrack. This boss is just incredible, and I wish a variation of him should be in Elden Ring, but not like how they do it in the other games where they just put Orange Scene. Bring them both back. Okay, we'll talk more about that later. After Orange Scene Smoke, we can kind of go off of order, and I'm just gonna see the ones I see first. Like I saw Ceaseless Discharge. This character has no purpose of existing other than lore. Stupidly easy to beat. You just hit him once, run to the fog gate, and then kill him. Why? Demon Fire Sage, reskin of Asylum Demon, but a bit stronger. Centipede Demon, he's okay. It's also another one of these bosses that you have to pay attention to the area. Fuck Bed of Chaos. It's basically a parkour boss. No. And that closes off the Lost Islip area. Wolf's Great Grey Wolf Sith. Great boss. Very fun to fight. He has long sweeping moves, very fast, and it has a lot of lore to it. It has different cutscene if you do a certain thing in the DLC beforehand. Very cool boss. I like him a lot. And then Four Kings is a controversial take. Four Kings is the god tier for me. I love the concept of this boss fight. You go into the abyss, it's pure pitch black, and then you just start hearing the soundtrack, and the Four Kings throw up. It's technically just a DPS test, but I personally love it, and this is my tier list. So if you don't like it, you can suck it. Next up, I would put Sief the Scaleless. Sief the Scaleless is a pretty good fight. I even put him. I don't put him amazing, but he's also not forgettable. So he just stays at the average. Very good boss. Not very good boss. I don't have anything to say about Sief. Just get a lot of poise. That's all I can say about it. If you're having trouble with Sief, just get a lot of poise, and you should be fine. Off this, what's the last path we're missing? Oh, Catacombs. We got where is he? Pinwheel. Completely useless, but not forgettable. This boss is an amazing meme, and I love him for it. You can kill him so early in the game. He's so weak, he does nothing. Grave Lord Nito. Amazing boss fight. I love his design. I love the arena you find him on. I love how many different strategies you can use. For example, you know the ground or the attack where he puts his sword on the ground, and then it shoots up like a spike. You can actually two-hand your weapon and block, and your feet will be far apart enough that it just won't hit you at all. And I just love that little strategies like this exist on this boss. The skeletons, you know, they add a little bit extra of preparation you have to do. You can grab a blessed weapon and then fight him with that blessed weapon to be able to beat him faster. And yeah, I just like his design a lot too. You know, lore-wise is very important as well. And that leads us to the optional bosses. For example, we got Dark Sun Gwendolyn. I don't like this boss at all. His arena is kind of cool. Stray Demon, it's forgettable as well. He's basically Demon Fire Sage. These are both the same bosses. I think Stray Demon was good enough that Demon Fire Sage didn't need to happen. Crossbreed Priscilla. It's a good boss just because of the mechanic where she goes invisible and you gotta watch for the footsteps. I think that's really cool. Let's try wrap up DS1. Oh, Moonlight Butterfly. Like, who cares? Let's see. But I think that wraps up DS1. Then we have the DLC. We got Sanctuary Guardian. I guess it'd be average. He's not forgettable. He's just like, whatever. And then we got motherfucking Knight Artorias, God tier. By the way, it should be in Elden Ring. It's just only one per game, so that's why Knight Artorias usually be at the top of tiers for me. But only one from each game will be on this tier. So Knight Artorias, amazing boss. It's an amazing duel between fighters. It's really good. Black Dragon Calamite. They didn't put black, just Dragon Calamite. Anyways, really good boss. Technically the first flying dragon. You know, we got Seif, but who cares? Seif is boring. Black Dragon Calamite's really cool. I like all his moves. I like his design. I like his lore implication. Really cool boss. And last DLC boss, the Manus, Father of the Abyss, also a god tier fight. All the lore implication, how his death affected DS2 and DS3, especially the DS2 DLC. I think that's really cool. And, you know, it's a sorcerer boss fight that feels very fair. And then we got Win. Final boss is an amazing fight. The only thing that doesn't make him god tier is how easy it is. Simply parry him and you'll be fine. He's not hard at all. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. And that leads us to Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2, usually the first boss last time. He's kind of useless. He poses zero threat at all. And then usually after him, you go kill the Pursuer, which is a really good boss fight. Solely because he literally does what his name says. He pursues you through the whole game, and I think that's a really cool detail. His boss fight on itself it's not that hard. It doesn't have much going for him. I like his first room, you know, the first boss fight you find him on. How if you're paying attention to the arena, you can easily kill him with the ballistas. He's parryable, which means you gotta have skill to beat him. Really cool boss fight. Usually after you kill both of those, I guess you would. I guess most people would go back and kill Dragon Rider. There he is. Forgettable. Just like nothing special about him. You can drop him off. Like, yeah. You can fall from gravity. It's just cool. Anyways, I just realized like these two tiers are kind of the same. You know what? Let me make a slight adjustment. I'm just gonna make them all one tier. Taurus over here, so it looks proper. And the butterfly all the way over here. And blam. I think it looks good. And then we just remove this. Okay, I think it's better. I felt like those two tiers are kind of the same. Anyhow, back when I was talking about Dragon Rider, and then after Dragon Rider, you get to kill the Flexile Sentry, which you can't seem to find. Actually, no, my bad. Old Dragon Slayer. He's better than Dragon Rider. That's all I can say. He's supposed to be Ornstein, but really nerfed. Ornstein, really slow. He has some new attacks because he's dark. He's not supposed to be Ornstein. He's old Dragon Slayer. It's alluding to him, but it's not him. After that, you got... I saw Rune Sentinels, but I didn't see... Oh, Flexile Sentry. Average boss fight. I like his design. I think it's really cool. I like his arena, where if you take too long, the waters start rising, and then it'll make it harder for you to dodge. I like his whole area, the No Man's Wharf. I think it's really cool. I like how it looks. And then after Flexile Sentry, you go into the same place where you go after you kill Pursuer, which is the Rune Sentinels. You go to Lost Bastille. Rune Sentinels can suck a fat cock. I hate Rune Sentinels. Regardless, after that you get to fight the Lost Sinner. I like this boss a lot. It's a cool duel. It's not the hardest, but I like how he or she can parry. I don't remember. I like how you can make the fight easier by lighting the lights, torches. After Lost Sinner, people will usually go to the route on Huntsman Corpse, which you get to fight. Motherfucking there's a lot of bosses. Where are they? Where's Scally Lords? You guys are probably seeing it, and I can't see it. Did I skip it? I probably skipped it. Oh yeah, actually Execution Chariot. Average. Actually no, it's better than average. I just remember the boss in itself, it's really easy. Also just saw Scandalers. The boss in itself, it's really easy, but the way you get to the boss is really cool. You know, you go through a gauntlet of skeletons. You gotta keep dodging the chariot or hide. I think that's cool. It's different from a usual boss. It's a gimmicky boss, but it's a gimmicky boss and well. Skeleton Lords are forgettable. I like their theme song. I think it's really good. But utterly forgettable and just a cheap way to bring back Bone Wheels, which fuck you. Next up. What the frick is you? Saw your face. Your face. There you are. Your face. Covetous Demon sucks. Sucks. I love Dark Souls 2. Covetous sucks. Horrible boss. Like, he's barely a boss. So much that in the third DLC they bring him back as a regular character. And after kill him, you get to kill Mipha. Where's Mipha? Where's Mipha? Where's Mipha? Mipha the main point. This would be a good boss if it didn't have the poison where you have to fucking burn the windmill for a metal windmill for whatever reason. It would be a good boss. You know, Dark Souls 2 suffers a lot from having a lot of bosses, but not a lot of quality to them. I'd say. So Mipha, average. The fight itself is average. The fact you have to burn a windmill is stupid. After kill Mipha, you go into the floating Iron Keep, which I always love how that happens. Smelter Demon is a god tier boss fight. Suck my dick. I love the Smelter Demon. You know what? While we're here, we have set. Actually, I don't know if we have the other Smelter Demon, but the other Smelter Demon will also be up there. If I had a tier between god tier and Shooting Elden Ring, the second Smelter Demon would be there, just because I really like how it's supposed to be just being made of fire fighting you in a duel. I think that's really cool. His weapon is sick. I love how the fight progresses. Really good boss. Next up, you should go and kill the old Iron King, which is just useless. Like, this boss is so forgettable. He's stupid easy. The freaking hole with lava is a harder boss than him on his arena. After old Iron King, most people go down to the gutter, or you fight Royal Rat Vanguard, which sucks. And then I don't have to talk about it. It's just a bunch of rats. Like, come on, this boss sucks. After that, you get to Rodden, which I like. I like actually a bit more. I really like the Rodden. His design is really cool. I like his arena. I like his theme song. I like that he's supposed to be Nito, or at least a descendant of Nito. I really like how his eyes are little heads. I like how he can cut his arms, and he's basically a stub that doesn't do anything. It's a really good boss, in my opinion. After the run, you go into the last section of DS2 before Drangula Castle, where you fight Scorpion Stanchka, which tries to be Chaos Witch Kralak, but ends up failing, but it's still not a horrible boss fight. After Nachka, you had the chance, the privilege of fighting Warbaratory, who sucks. Big rat. It's supposed to be copying fucking Sif, but it fails so hard. So hard. This boss sucks. It even got the limping when you start hitting him a lot. But yeah, after that, and you get a Prowling Magus and Congregation, which is somewhere. There it is. He's not a wild tier. He's useless. He's really easy. You know, I don't think he needed to be a boss. He could just been a area hazard. He could just be there like, oh, you can fight me if you want to run away. I mean, the reward for killing them is really good. It's a Titanite slab. And I like how a Prowling Magus looks, in my opinion. I think he looks pretty sick. I like the Warlock mask a lot. After that, you get to fight Duxia Freya, which is nothing special. Big spider. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be Armor Spider from Demon Souls. You know, I know what the boss is, but I never fought it. I've never seen people fight him. So I'm unsure how they relate. I'm guessing zero at all. But I like how he looks. That's about it. The fight is really easy. Just use a torch. They hit him in the head. You can bait the beam really easily. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about Duxia Freya. But then you get to go into Drangula Castle, where you fight Twin Dragon Riders. Why does this boss exist? Just useless. Same as Dragon Rider, just way easier. Why? There's no point. After Twin Dragon Riders, you get to fight Looking Glass Knight. Top tier boss fight. Amazing. I love how he's supposed to be, you know, the boss where you can summon enemies, and which isn't present in Dark Souls 1, but is present in Demon Souls, the old monk, and then it ends up copying into Dark Souls 3 of Half-Light, which we'll talk about later. But yeah, I like this boss a lot. He looks really cool. His arena is amazing. I love the water. I love how he's a lightning boss in the water. That is so cool to me. And yeah, she looks cool. The head that has three different faces, sorry. Really good boss. After Looking Glass Knight, you get to go to the Shrine of Happiness, the Shrine of Amana, where you fight Demon of Song, which is, I mean, it's a raw right. beast boss. I guess I'll put it at that. After Demon of Song, you get to go into the Undead Crypt, where you fight Velstadt, which is also a god tier boss fight. This boss is really cool. I love how he looks. I said that all the bosses, but I love his lore implication, where he's solely there just to protect Vendrick, who is not that good of a boss. He's slow. He requires a lot of prep to kill him because you need to get all the giant souls. It's kind of lame, honestly. After killing Velstadt, you get the King's Ring, which lets you go to Alia's Keep, where you can fight Guardian Dragon, which sucks. Boring boss fight. Nothing special about him. And then you get to go to the Dragon Area and then Dragon Shrine, where you can kill the optional boss, Ancient Dragon, which has no reason to exist. This boss is boring. It's incredibly easy or incredibly hard. Depends on how far you are in the knowledge of Dark Souls 2. You can easily cheese this boss by standing near his toes. And yeah, it's why this boss exists solely to have a big dragon boss. Like, other than that, might as well just not have anything. If that, you get the Giant Lord, which is forgettable. Like, there's nothing to talk about him. He's just Last Giant, but with a big sword. And after that, you get to go to the last bosses, which is Throne Watcher and Throne Defender, which are average. I think it's supposed to, copy Orange and Smoke, but it's not that good. Then you get to kill the final boss, which is Nashandra. Okay, it's kind of cool, I guess. Nashandra's... Oh, a big twist, Nashandra. And then you get to fight Aldia, which sucks. This boss sucks. Let me check. So I've missed 2 optional bosses. You got the Belfry Gargoyles, which you would fight, usually after Rune Sentinels, I believe. Belfry Gargoyles, they're copying the Bell Gargoyles, so they're not as good, but they're still really good. I like the Belfry Gargoyles a lot. And then there's also Dark Lurker, which is a god tier boss fight. This is like one of the best sorcerer boss fights in the game. Not in the big game, in the series. It's really good. Really fun. I like how hidden it is. And yeah, I like it a lot. And then we get to DLC. So let's go for DLC 1. Usually the first boss you're going to fight is Ilana, Squally Queen. Average boss. It's sorcery boss. She can summon Velstadt, which is kind of cool, I guess. And you get ganked by Velstadt and fucking Ilana. Or a bunch of Skellies. And then you get Sin. Probably the best dragon boss. Tied with Dark Deer. Both of them are really good. Really fun. Sin's song, like this theme song, holy crap, is it good. Like, holy crap, is it good. But yeah, then after that you get to fight the optional boss, Sarah, Vard, and Grave Robber. The only reasons it's not a Y tier is because I like their design. I like Havel, I like Alva, and I like, I guess, Lucatiel ripoff. I just like the design, but gameplay wise it should be down here. But it is my tier list of Sucker Cock. And after that you get to fight the second DLC, which is arguably the best, because you get to fight Human Knight, which is a god tier boss fight. It's there's a lot of lore implications of him. I like that you can go in wearing Vestal's helm, and then he'll instantly go into phase 2, making him angry as fuck. And I think that's a really cool design for him. His sword is a staple in Dark Souls 2, and a staple in Dark Souls 3, even they brought it back. And yeah, it's just really cool. I can't say too much about it without spoiling how the whole fight goes, but he's just really freaking cool. And if you want to know why he's really freaking cool, you should go play Dark Souls 2. Blue Smelter Demon is not in here, but I would put him right here. He's a bit hard in the Smelter Demon because he has delays on his attacks and all that, but still technically the same fight. Sirloin, Sekiro boss. Amazing, stupendous team. It's a beautiful art when fighting him. It's really incredible. I love how he has a special death animation if you kill him without taking damage, which is just a amazing detail. Really good boss. Sirloin. Then we got Alva the King's Pet. It's a good boss. And I'll put him up here. He's a good boss. I like that you can fight him with a harder version where he's invisible. I think that's a cool detail for the speedrunners and all that. Yeah, it's supposed to be Sif, but better, unlike Royal Rat Authority. Then you get Lud and Zelen, which are like useless. Why? No, fuck you. You're going into Y level. The boss run to this boss is so stupid. I hate Fridge Outskirts. Passion. And I love Dark Souls. Fuck this. And then it might be too obvious, but we know we have one boss left, and we haven't put anything in this tier. Burnt Ivory King is by far the best boss fight in Dark Souls 2. This boss, oh my god, I can't even. I'm not even gonna talk about it. Go play the Ivory King DLC and fight this boss. Preferably with less knights as possible. Like bring 2 or 3. Don't bring all 4. It'll make the boss way too easy. And ruin your experience. Incredible boss. And with that, we'll wrap up Dark Souls 2. You know, a lot of useless bosses. Double the amount of Y tier bosses. But a lot of God tier bosses. Probably because of bias. But I really think that these bosses are just amazing. Burnt Ivory King is incredible. It's honestly a toss-up between him, and him. So, Ivory King Knight, Looking Glass Knight, and Fume Knight. I don't know if my cursor is showing, but yeah. These 3 are in contention to should be in Elden Ring here. Meanwhile, for Dark Souls 1, it's just Ornstein, Smelf, and Artorias for me. I think these 2 are in contention to be in Elden Ring. Alright, Dark Souls 3. Hooray, the one that everybody played. But, not my favorite. Favorite Dark Souls 2. I already said that. I'm just buying time while I try and find Udex Gundyr. It's an amazing first boss fight. Like, holy crap, this guy is really cool. His second phase is really good. His song is really good, and he shows up later in the game, which is really cool for a rematch. Unlike a silent demon that calls his brother freaking stupid ass stray demon. Yeah, stupid ass stray demon. Just brings him back. And goes, oh, can you help me, bro? You can beat my ass. Udex Gundyr, really good tutorial boss, teaches you a lot about the game. It teaches you how fast-paced this game is, unlike Dark Souls 1 and 2. So I don't know what to say, it's really good. Anyways, Vort. It's an okay boss fight. It's a big beast boss fight. I don't think it really fits the theme of Dark Souls 3, which is very fast-paced. So I don't give him as many points as I would give Udex. After him, you usually go and kill the optional boss, Freshwater Greatwood. Here he is. Useless. This boss is boring. I don't care what anybody tells me. This boss is boring as shit. You gotta hit the sacks, bro. This boss is so boring. No. Why does this exist? You know what? Fuck you. You're staying there. After him, most people go to the Road Sacrifices and take the path of Crystal Sage. Crystal Sage sucks ass. Fuck this boss. Worst sorcerer boss in the game. In all the games by far. Unless you count Battle of Chaos as a sorcerer boss. This boss is stupid. After Crystal Sage, you get to go kill Deacons of the Deep. Which, unlike... Is Deacons even here? Am I blind? Guys, am I blind? I don't see Deacons of the Deep. Okay, oh no, I'm blind. Okay, there they are. It's stupid. Why does boss exist? There's... Not only... They're either stupidly easy or stupidly difficult because they have an insta-kill. Like... I don't think it should have been a boss. It's a gimmicky boss fight. It's not really fun. After them, you go and fight the Beast Watchers. Am I blind? Yeah. That's your boss fight. It's supposed to mirror Artorias from the first boss fight. It's not as good, but it's still really good. Really fun boss. It can be really easy if you're good at the game at backstabbing, parrying, etc., etc. You can get ganked, but then you get another guy that helps you out. It's really cool. I like this boss a lot. After Beast Watchers, you head into the Catacombs of Karthus, where you fight High Lord Wolnir, which is okay. This is nothing special. You break the bracelets. He has a sword. Do you guys know that High Lord Wolnir has a sword? Yeah, I know, right? Mind blowing. After him, you go into Boreal Valley, Earful of the Boreal Valley, where you get to fight motherfucking Pontiff Sullivan, which is a god-tier boss fight. This boss encapsulates skill and everything DS3 likes, which is fast-paced movement and fights and battle, combat. That's what I'm thinking of. Fast-paced combat. Pontiff Sullivan encapsulates all of that, and that's why this boss is so great. After Pontiff, you go into Anorlando, which I personally dislike that Anorlando is in Dark Souls 3. Feels like a bit Robbie. Let's just put Anorlando because, well, Dark Souls 1 reference. Oh, Aldrich is okay. It's a cool sorcerer boss. Not as good as Dark Lurker. Yeah, not as good as Manus. He's just okay. The arrow move can suck my dick though. That move sucks. And you got to kill Yorm by going into the Earthful Dungeon, the Profane Capital. Where the heck is you? Where is you? I just realized I skipped you. I'll go back to you in a second. Is Yorm not in here? Or am I still... Am I blind again? Or did I go over Yorm already? Flight, Soul Cinder, Gale, Frida, ODK, Osiris, Nameless, Lawford, Champion, Slarmer, Prince, Dark Eater, Dancer, Champion. Wow, they didn't put Yorm. Damn. Alright, Yorm sucks. That's all I'll tell you. He's a Y tier. This boss is so stupidly easy. Why did they have to make him so easy? If you had like, if the Summer Rule didn't exist, he would be like average boss fight. If the Storm Rule didn't exist and he had lowered health and you couldn't stagger him by hitting him in the arm that he's holding the weapon 3 times, because you can do that, by the way. Hit the arm with the weapon 3 times, staggers, you get a riposte, you gotta get 4 riposte, and he's dead with like a decent weapon. He'd be an amazing tier. But in the current patch, you know, the current way he is, he's on Y tier. Ultimate King. Good boss. Good boss. Good boss lore wise. Fight wise, he's okay. Yeah. So that's all I have to say. And after you kill Yorm, which is rip in pieces, they forget about you. That should tell you how forgettable you are, stupid boss. You got the Dancer, God tier boss fight. Another fast-paced fight. Elegant. I love how Dancer moves. It feels extremely elegant and like you're fighting a real swordsman. After fighting Dancer, you get to... I guess you can go fight Osiris, which kind of sucks. This boss is not really fun to fight. He's not interesting in regardless. And then after Osiris, you can either go to Archdragon Peak or go to the Untented Graves, the secret area, and you get to fight Champion Gundyr in the Untented Grave, which is probably one of the best boss fights in the whole series. This boss is incredible. It's fast-paced. It's skill-intensive. If you know how to parry him, he's incredibly easy. But if you don't know how to parry him, God, this boss is incredible to fight against. He's mega aggressive. The lore implications, because he's technically a Udex from the future or the past where the fire faded or something like that, some bullshit like that. I don't know. Call somebody called Vadi. I like this boss. And then we get... oh yeah, if we were to go to Archdragon Peak, then we get to fight Ancient Wyvern, which has no purpose in existing. This barely a boss. You just plunge attack him and he's dead. One-shot KO. And you fight Nameless King. Amazing boss. I'm not going to spoil it. If you never fought Nameless King, go fight Nameless King. This boss is incredible. That's all I want to say. I think it's a consensus that Nameless King is incredible. After that, you get to finish off on the freaking thing, or the freaking thing. You get to finish Lawford Castle and you fight Dragonslayer Armor. Also, another really good boss. You see, like Dark Souls 3, they have a lot less bosses, but they really focus on the quality of them. Like, so far we have 6 on God tier, and I'm looking at the one that is should be another Ring tier. We'll talk about them soon enough. So after that, you get to go to the Grand Archives, and you fight Lothric and Lorien. Really good boss. Kind of infuriating at times with how the lock-on system works. It's kind of annoying how much they teleport and how it doesn't keep track and you get disorientated and all of that. And with that, you get to fight the final boss, Soul of Cinder, which is basically Gwyn, but better in every shape or form. He's way faster, way more threatening, way more fun to fight. You can't parry him, which adds the challenge. He has 2 phases. The second phase theme is godly, simply one of the best. And you know, the way he changes the sword to sorcerer, he sends to staff, he changes to... I said the same thing twice. Changes to spear, changes to curved sword, changes to greatsword. He's encapsulating everybody that fought Gwyn and Link the Fire in Dark Souls 1 into a boss. And the lore implications of that is just amazing. He's one of 3 bosses that I'd put in contention to bet should be in Elden Ring alongside Champion Gundyr, but it loses just short to the one I'm going to talk about soon enough. Anyhow, you go into the DLC 1, you can fight Champion Gravetan and Wolf. It's okay, it's a little guy, and then you fight Sif for the 4th time in the series, and then you get to fight Sister Frida, amazing boss. Triple phases. Father Arendelle is kind of boring and really easy to kill. But Frida, the 1v1 is really good. If you're gonna fight this boss, never summon Gale. He'll make the boss fight way too easy. And yeah, she kind of has a little bit of a crossbreed Priscilla on her with the invisible attacks, but instead of using visual cues, he uses sound cues, which is also really cool. The Demon Princess is an amazing boss fight, really good. I liked where he, like the area he's on, the Drag Heap, which is supposed to be a merge of Dark Souls 3, Lothric, High Wall of Lothric, Dark Souls 2 Earthen Peak, and Dark Souls 1 Firelink Shrine. I like his design. I like even his name sounds good, Demon Prince. Like he followed the old Demon King, but he's old Demon Prince. That's a good name. Yeah, second phase is also really good. Half-Light Spirit of the Church should not exist. He sucks. But this is not. I'm not talking about Spirit of the Church. If it was Spirit of the Church, the online boss where you fight another person, it would be an amazing boss fight. Half-Light sucks. First, he's either incredibly easy because he can cheese his AI. Second, he can be incredibly hard because he'll just parry every single attack. Third, he can be incredibly hard because he's going to shoot you. Fourth, he's going to gank you. 5, fuck Half-Light. If this was Spirit of the Church, off the online boss, where a player gets summoned, and a lot of them will give you a good challenge, he'll be an amazing tier boss fight. But Half-Light existing was a bad taste in my mouth. And we get to Dark Key to Madeira. God tier boss fight. It's the second best dragon fight in the game, in my opinion. Debatable, he's number 1 for some people because some people don't like Sin as much as I do. But yeah, he's tanky. He's very fast. But after fighting him enough times, he's probably the hardest fight in this whole list, just due to how tanky he is and how much damage he does. But I don't think the difficulty means good. But he's good on his own. That's what I'm trying to say. And then we got Slave Knight Gale. Why does boss exist? He sucks. Nah, I'm just kidding. Of course, this is the best boss in Dark Souls 3. It might be the best boss fight in the whole series. He's a perfect conclusion to Dark Souls. Amazing scenery, amazing design, amazing lore. God, this boss is just, he hits all the marks. Amazing difficulty, 3 whole phases. Oh my god, this boss is just incredible. I can't fathom how they made a boss this good and reserve it to the DLC. He should have been the boss fight in place of Soul Cinder. Not Gale himself, but Soul Cinder should have been Slave Knight Gale with all the moves, the way he fights, and all of that. Slave Knight Gale is still, his personality. He helps you across all the DLCs. You learn about him in the DLC 1. You learn what his purpose is. And you meet him at the very end of the world where you gotta fight him for the blood of the Dark Soul. He sent you there. God, this boss is just so good. I'm stop premium about him. This is gonna wrap up our tier list. In retrospect, my opinion, these bosses should be brought back for Elden Ring. Elden Ring releases looking at my clock right now, it releases 18 hours for me. So yeah, I don't think they got time to add these 3 bosses back in, but I hope that their archetype gets added. So a really good duo, fat guy, fast guy, a really climatic ending with a king, literally a king and his knights, and then Slave Knight Gale. Just everything about him should be added. Should be in a boss. So that's gonna conclude. Thank you for watching. I usually don't do videos for the channel, especially this kinds of video. They're kind of analytical. But yeah, not that much editing because I talked a lot. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see y'all later. Goodbye.